Have you ever imagined that a single person, without an army or a weapon, could be responsible for starting a war, or stopping one, or completely shifting the balance between global superpowers? In the world of espionage, the truth is always stranger than fiction. People living double lives, one that the world sees, and another hidden, dangerous, and packed with secrets. Welcome to Attention Channel, where we bring you the most unbelievable real-life stories that changed history forever. But before we dive in, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon, because here we uncover stories you'd never believe actually happened. Let's begin the mission. Richard Sorge. He was honestly one of the most dangerous spies of the 20th century. So, he was German by origin, working as a journalist in Japan during World War II. But you know, behind the curtain, he was secretly working for Soviet intelligence. Sorge actually infiltrated the highest political circles in Tokyo, even attending private parties with key officials. And more dangerously, he sent intelligence directly to Stalin, including confirming that Japan had no plans to invade Russia. This allowed Stalin to shift troops to defend Moscow just in time. Sorge was arrested in 1941 and executed 2 years later. But the information he provided really changed the course of the war. Mata Hari, probably the most iconic female spy in history. She was a Dutch exotic dancer, moving between France and Germany in the early 1900s. With her beauty and mystery, she seduced generals and officers, gathering critical secrets. She was actually working for Germany during World War I, but French intelligence intercepted coded messages revealing her double life. Executed in 1917, she remains a symbol of seductive espionage, and even today, historians still debate whether she was truly a spy or just a political scapegoat. Kim Philby, the man who fooled everyone. He was a top officer in British MI6, but secretly, he was a double agent for the Soviet Union from the very beginning. The British trusted him so much, they actually put him in charge of counterintelligence against the USSR. For years, he leaked every plan, every name, leading to the deaths of dozens of agents. In 1963, he defected to Russia, where he was hailed as a hero. But honestly, he lived a life of isolation and regret. Aldrich James, the CIA officer who sold out his country for cash. Starting in the early 1980s, he sold American secrets to the Soviets for millions of dollars. The intelligence he betrayed led to the capture and execution of over 20 American assets. Arrested in 1994, he's currently serving life without parole, and all of it from inside a CIA office. John Anthony Walker, a US Navy officer who began selling cryptographic secrets to the Soviets in 1967. For 18 years, he leaked details about submarine operations and communication codes. Worse yet, he recruited his own son and formed a family spy ring. Caught in 1985, he is considered one of the most damaging traitors in US military history. Eli Cohen, the Israeli spy who embedded himself deep inside Syria's government. He rose to near ministerial rank, attending military briefings and secretly sending detailed reports to Israel. Thanks to his intel, Israel was able to target key Syrian fortifications in the Golan Heights. Discovered in 1965, he was publicly executed in Damascus. To this day, he's seen as one of the most successful spies in modern history. Klaus Fuchs was a German physicist working on the Manhattan Project to build the atomic bomb in the United States, while, secretly acting as a Soviet agent. He passed along detailed scientific data that helped the Soviets build their own bomb much faster. After he was caught and convicted, he served 9 years before moving to East Germany, where he actually lived as a celebrated figure. Robert Hansen was an FBI agent who, for over 20 years, betrayed his country. He sold national security secrets to the Soviets and later to Russia, while living what seemed like a devout Catholic life. He left classified documents under park benches and trees. Captured in 2001, he was sentenced to life in prison. The FBI called him the most damaging spy in American history. Frank Olson was a biological scientist working in these, secret CIA programs. Some people actually believe he was murdered by the agency because he was about to expose some top secret, really unethical experiments. He fell from a hotel window in 1953. Officially, it was ruled a suicide, but honestly, even decades later, his family still believes he was silenced. Finally, let's talk about Nathan Hale, the very first spy in American history. He was just 21 years old when he was captured and hanged by the British during the Revolutionary War. He didn't succeed in his mission, but he became immortalized by his last words: "I only regret that I have but one life to lose for my country." Each of these spies, lived a double life. Some are remembered as traitors, others as heroes. But honestly, every single one of them changed the world in ways most people will never fully understand. If you made it this far, you're clearly passionate about true stories and shadow history. So go ahead and like the video and tell us in the comments, which of these spies do you think was the most brilliant? Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell. Stay tuned, because what's coming next is even more dangerous.